Um, one of the greatest talking point, right? Do you believe that men should be able to run through good women?
Do I believe? Well, you already know how I feel about that because we had
Hmm.
this discussion already. Okay, so you asking me though? Okay, you ask.
Yeah,
So is my turn to talk?
it's your turn. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're not gonna cut me off, are you?
No,
Like I
sir.
cut you off?
I got something for you. I got something for you.
Okay, so okay. Now, how do you want me to expound
And
upon
before
this?
that, and before you, yes, before you define what's a good woman, because I know a lot of women got this false fallacy about themselves of them being good women. And just like
Mhm.
some men feel like they're good men, right? But a woman will tell you in a heartbeat that no, you're not. You're trash, garbage.
Mm,
You feel me? And that's also applied
mm,
to women as well. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
Because everybody feel like they're good people, but reality kicks in and let you know that you better lower your standard. Your expectations is way
Okay,
too high. Put it down.
okay.
So do you feel as if that's justice for because you know a lot of men, especially in 2025. Before I'll give you the mic, right? Because
Uh huh.
the dating scene in 2025 is trash. A lot of people
Mm,
lost their values. They lost their values and interest in dating, and I feel as if some people are just wasting time or killing time.
mhm.
Not wasting time, but killing time with
Okay,
dating.
while you talking, I'm taking notes. I'm listening to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'll
Yeah,
be able to so I can break down kind of how I think about what you're saying. So
yeah. Nah, there's a lot of
okay.
people that's killing time because again, I feel like me again. I can be a little biased. I ain't gonna give you no lie. I do feel like a woman expectation is way through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Because the woman wants you to go there and get the moon, the earth, and the stars, and her expectations what she's willing to do for you. What she wants doesn't kind of compute to what she's willing to do for you. She wants you to give her everything, but she's willing to give you the bare minimum.
Mm,
You know what I'm
mm.
saying? So let's go
Okay,
ahead,
so
brother.
okay, so you want me to okay. So basically, now I was listening to you talk. I heard you talk about low standards and some stuff like that. See, uh, I believe I believe what's going on in this society that we're in today is that the dating scene in general has very low standards. It's very low quality as far as like how people are gathering themselves and before they're not presenting themselves with quality. So that's the problem. And like you was talking about think it being trash on both ends, like both genders having a sense of low quality in the modern day dating. What's up? What's up, Samurai?
What's up, family? What's
Uh,
up, family? What's up, chat?
and expectations are and a lot of times the expectations are way too high for what's going on. And so but a good woman. So you said how would I define what a good woman is?
Yes. What's your definition of a good woman?
Okay, I told you this before. I believe I'm not. It was a long time ago though. But when a man goes into a room, he's supposed to de-escalate what's going on in that room. If it's whatever the energy is, he's supposed to de-escalate it if it's not on the right equilibrium. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
To me, a good woman is going to come behind that and she's going to support that equilibrium. That's a good woman. Now, should men run through those type of women? The floor is yours, brother. The floor is yours. And like I said, I'm writing off what you're saying so I can kind of like piggyback. I can remember what you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no. I glad you broke that down. I definitely glad you broke that down because what I was saying again that dating now in 2025, I feel like a lot of people is dating right now in 2025 just to pass time. I'm just keeping it honest. Some men are just doing it again for companionship, and some women just doing it for the perks that it comes with dating. You know what I'm
You see this? What I told you they're gonna be saying anything. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I'll
That's
take it though.
crazy.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Hey, they rich. They rich. I don't, so whatever.
Mhm. Yes, yes, but I just feel like stupid, stupid. I'll take it though. I appreciate it. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
no problem. Yeah,
Smash that like button, brother.
yeah.
Smash the
Smash
like
that like.
button.
Yeah, smash that like button.
Run up the numbers. Smash the like button. Run up the numbers. All right. I like it. I like it. I appreciate it. I appreciate
Yeah, yeah,
smash that
yeah,
like button. You feel me?
yeah.
Let us go. Fake 50 cents and Timu T Grizz. Boom boom boom. boom. I'll take it. I'll take it, family.
No doubt.
You know,
Hey,
yeah. No, but I feel like a lot of people just dating this the pastime, man. Like they're dating the pastime.
yeah.
So, like I was saying, some women are dating. They're dating to gain the perks from our relationship. Like they going out on dates, they going out on dinners, and so forth. And some men, of course, to get that. Oh, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
subscribe.
Appreciate
I
that.
appreciate it. Thanks. Thanks. Yes, 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 yes. I have no moderators, but yes, thank you.
Now,
Thank you.
what was you saying though? What was you saying?
Some men are just dating to get that like that sweet hot for JJ box, and some women are doing it to get the perks that comes with dating, like going out to fancy dinners, um going on trips and so forth, so forth. That's basically killing time. A lot of people just killing time on dating, or what they perceive to be as dating. All right, and I want to say, some women have extremely high expectations. You know, some women have
Uh,
extremely high expectations in dating, that they want the man to go 110%, and she's only willing to give that man 10%, which I feel like, not even say it's subpar, it's far beneath. You know what I'm saying? High expectations. She want the man to go ahead and give her the entire world, fill it with her hands, fill it with his hands, give it the time, but she's willing to do it. And I feel like, again, that's bad. And also in regards to a virtuous woman or a good woman, I say a good woman, man, I don't believe so. But at the end of the day, in this new age, where relationships now are ruined, a lot of relationships are ruined, and I'm gonna call a spade, because a lot of people are influenced by these dummies out there. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say it. They're influenced by a lot of dummies that goes ahead and that gives relationship advice. The people who have nothing but failed relationships, people that has nothing but failed relationship, they're giving advice and people are blindly following them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna sit here and, like me trying to get advice from a person who was married 10 times and being divorced 15 times. You know what I'm saying? I know the math ain't mathing, but yeah, nah. Um,
what up,
but yeah.
Alexander? Go ahead.
Oh no, no, that's the other one. I pinned that one. Remove the pin. I was trying to like it, but I don't
You
know
pinned it.
exactly how. Yeah, I don't know how to like it. Yeah, but
I bet.
yeah.
Okay, I'll take
Yeah,
it
no,
off. Go ahead.
I don't feel like our brothers there need to be running through virtuous women. I feel like we need to keep those ladies safe. I honestly, like me, I feel like we need to
Okay,
keep them
so
safe.
but say so that's the thing though. So how do we keep good women safe from whoremongering men? Are dirty are dog like men? What do we how do we how do we talk to those type of women to keep them in this type of precious realm? And
Preserve, keep them.
should we also run through all types of other women, or should we try to convert women into being certain types of ways?
I do feel like I was saying earlier. I do feel like relationships and dating, even marriage, because a lot of people get a lot of bad insight on marriage, on dating first. You know, because
Uh-huh.
this the level of dating right now is like everybody named mama are promiscuous. This one sleeping with that one sleeping with that one. This one is trying to this one is cheating on his girlfriend. So his girlfriend called him. Now she's trying to cheat on him and continue that same notion. I wanted to tell you in the beginning what men look for, why a lot of women
Women with
true brother, women with too high expectation, we need to educate them. If they are not open to it, leave them.
mm,
He's
damn.
T over here, T over here. He have other opinion, you know what I'm saying? But I try to spit that fire. But
My name is Holy, brother, but that we ain't gonna we not relaying the nicknames of Squid. We ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that. But yeah, okay, but educate them. If they're not open to it, leave them. Okay.
yeah, and that's
Yeah, that
good.
makes sense.
That's setting the bar. That right there is setting the bar.
Yeah.
That's it. Because I was telling Squid, I was telling this brother right here, holy, aka your nickname you
Man,
give him, right?
brother, get to the get to the live, brother.
Right?
Get to the live.
I got you. I got you. I was telling this brother right here, um, that I forget what I said. You just threw
No,
me a
no,
cornball.
you was telling me about how, men, even though men run through women, you was also talking about before how
No,
men are the ones.
expect no
Wait,
expectations.
Men are the ones that's supposed to provide, and they're the ones that's supposed to protect. So
Yes.
it's a different type of setting for, and you talking about the expectations as well. You was just saying just now. So we expect to, it's you talking about how that was life and how that's realistic, how that's
Hmm.
reality.
Yes.
So
Yes,
yeah.
because I was telling Holy, men are more in tune with reality and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? From birth, we know what type of guys we are. You know what I'm saying? We know if we're good looking. We know if we hung like a horse. You know what I'm saying? We know the whole nine.
Oh
However
my
that goes,
gosh, bro.
right? We
Okay.
know this.
All right.
We know the reality. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Come on,
just
come on,
saying,
come on.
brother. Yes. But how what we need to do, we need to educate. We got to definitely educate. Like this is why we created this platform here. This is why we created Brothers in America. You know what I'm saying? The
Okay.
outreach to the
Uh-huh.
people, to network with the people, and to put out our message out there. You know, I ain't saying that we like a million strong. We getting it. I thank you for subscribing to us. I hope you like our content. Keep on supporting our
Yeah,
content and
brother,
what's not.
get back.
But get back to my topic is I do feel like we need to educate them, have some type of because again, our daughters, because like our men, like Holy said in our last podcast, Malik, like Holy said in our next podcast, um, our
I
last
got you.
podcast.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. That was my son just now.
You
Like,
good, you good, bro. It's life. Come on, come on.
yeah,
Go ahead, say what you were saying.
Holy was saying in our podcast that we need our elders more in check. You know what I'm saying? We need our elders more in check. The minister. That's why we have a lot of people running amok because we don't have our elders that guiding us. We have young mothers, young fathers that ain't teaching and instilling their children these qualities, these traits, these characteristics. We talking a lot of podcast, nature versus nurture. Sometimes the teaching of your parents doesn't transfer over for when the child get into society. They kind of relapse and fall back into that realm of I got
Okay.
to go along to get along.
Expound on that, please. About the nature versus the nature
Nature
versus
versus
nurture.
nurture. Nature versus nurture. Nature is basically the guidance that your parents taught you. They taught you to be a trustworthy, a upright, a forthright person. You know what I'm saying? And then you got nurture. Nurture is you becoming a product of your environment. I born in the hood. I'm going to be like hoodlums. I'm going to treat, act, and talk like I'm a hoodlum. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to blend in with my crowd, my in crowd. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of mothers are competing with their daughters. You know, I feel like a lot of, not saying competing in that way, but they're not in tune with reality. Like you gotta pace yourself, otherwise your daughter is gonna be doing the same stupid mistakes that you've done. That you said you saw your mother did, and you say you're gonna change your ways, but you end up doing the same thing. Not the old woman, but the some woman. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with our sons. I personally don't feel like a single mother. I don't feel like a single mother can raise and rear a boy to be a man. I feel like in order for that boy to become a man, he must see a man. Because rather than his mom sit here and teaching him and telling him and talking to him about it, he must see it so he can emulate it slash mimic his behavior. You said again, nature get head, nurture eat
Hey,
that.
and
It's a
hey,
tool.
Squid.
It's a
Hold on, Squid,
tool.
Squid. Make sure you keep it PG down there. Keep it PG. Keep that ish PG. Josiah is true, and our kids do what we do, not what we say.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because that was
and
the, that
that's
was the,
real.
that was the that was the hardest hypocritical
But let
thing
me.
our parents used to say. I'm gonna give it to you right now. What our parents used to
Okay,
say. Our parents used to tell us as children, "Do as I say, not as I do." That's the most hypocritical thing I've seen growing up. Hearing parents telling their children that, and as now as
okay,
an adult, like wow, you know. But go
okay,
ahead, Oli.
okay. So what I'm starting to realize from what you were saying, to
Hmm.
kind of like gather my thoughts of what you were saying as far as like the nature versus the nature versus nurture.
Yes, sir.
Um, like how he was talking about also uh do what we do. I mean, don't do what we do, but do as we say. See that like the environment which we live in doesn't set those standards, right? So as we
Hmm.
grow up, like you was talking about the low standards and the expectations, when we grow up, how many of our sisters or the women in our community are taught are taught the proper expectations? I mean, they're basically taught to have low standard. They're basically taught to be low standard quality and to have expect high standards from a man, but have low standards within themselves. Like when I was growing up, I had to take out the trash. I had to do this. I had to cut the grass and all that stuff. But my sisters didn't have to sweep my floor in my room. That would have been beautiful, right? I'm taking out their trash. I'm doing all this. I'm taking trash to the street, but they're not required to do anything for me, and that is very prevalent in the society, in the black community. And I'm just hoping that one of these days that we begin to teach our daughters and the young women duties and roles like men. We have duties and we have roles, so we need to, everybody needs to be playing those roles and stuff like that. So, and so as far as like the good women which we're talking about, we're the good women that men should definitely not run. I mean, I don't think men should run through women in general. And
Hmm.
even though, hey, I'm part of the problem amongst men who do run through. I'm not trying to run through women. You know what I'm saying? It's just this the life we live in. I really want a wife, to be honest, but I ain't gonna go. I ain't gonna expound on that. But
Hmm.
the thing about it is what we're beginning to see in today's world which we live in is we're seeing everything is just overly sexualized.
Yes. Yes.
And in the society which we live in, the government is over sexualized.
Can I? Can I? Can
I
I
mean,
get
let me
input?
say
Can I?
one more point. But hey, hold on. Let me say one more point, and then I'm gonna give it to you. I promise.
No, I just
I'm gonna
want
tell
to
you.
input what
I'm
you
gonna
said
tell
just
you how.
now.
I just gotta say one thing before. Go ahead. I'm gonna remember what I gotta say. Go ahead. Go ahead. So you don't forget. Go ahead.
Do you feel as if, because you said society has over sexualized a lot of women, a lot of situation, do you feel as that will cause a decrease, this decrease in marriages? Do you feel like that's one of the reasons why
Yes.
marriages
Yeah.
among?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you over sexualize, when it's not a requirement anymore in marriage. Sexual sex itself is a consummation of marriage in old times. So when you can get that without being married and you can just run through as many women as you can, why would you want to get married at that point? And then the kind of laws that's instituted in marriage where a woman can get half your stuff even if she leaves, you know so that's a major problem. But like I was saying about the government being over sexualized, you had your president, one of our presidents back in the day, getting oral sex from one of his staff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's,
Hmm.
even the government is over sexualized. So true, brother. Women with
No,
too high
I just pinned it.
expectations.
I just pinned it. I just pinned this comment.
Oh, you just pinned it. Why you okay?
Yeah,
All right. Well, damn. Okay. Well, damn. I didn't even realize you pinned it. I thought I just came up. No,
yeah.
but yeah, man. That's how I see it. So everything that we have is everything that we have today is based off the society which we live in. And the reason why the modern day dating world is very negative and very messed up is because of the government. It's because of the society. It's because of the laws. You cannot. I am not going to hold anything about against individual women when they are being forced, basically mentally, being forced to be promiscuous, being forced not to be virtuous. When you have to study how to be virtuous, meaning there's no depiction of a society of virtuous women. There's no
Hmm.
depiction of that in today's world. The society we have today, I mean, and I hate to say this because, like he just said, when it said, true brother, it's like the new movie Sinners. Did you see how sexualized that movie was? But it was a great movie. And it's funny how he said that, because before I read the comment, I was gonna say that it was sexualized. It wasn't as sexualized as like to the third power, but even in there, it was sex scenes in it. You know what I mean? But and at the same time, you know, I really like that movie. I ain't gonna sit here in front. I love that movie a lot. I ain't gonna front. It's very powerful. I believe it was more real than over sexualized, but it is sexualized in some instances, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And but the society we live in, even with movies that discuss our culture, they become sexualized or deemed as sexualized. Yeah, I love that movie too. My brother here, right here, don't like it though. Hey, don't
Mm-hmm.
tell. But he gonna go. He gonna go see it for real. We ain't gonna get into it. We ain't gonna get into it. Don't. We ain't gonna get into it. We gonna stay on topic. But
Yeah.
but brother, what do you have to add to that, my brother?
Yeah. I also I too feel like the relationship slash dating, the dating marriage. Let me say dating with a purpose. Because a lot of people are not dating with a purpose. They're dating just to have fun. You know what I'm saying? The past time, as I said earlier, it's not dating with a purpose where I'm dating a marriage. And regardless on if you personally feel, because I know sometimes a woman feel like, oh, I know what men want. No, you don't, because a man tells you what he wants and you do the opposite. You give him what you think he wants. You know what I'm saying? Uh, we on the
Well,
realm of being virtuous, right? A lot of men won't marry a lot of these women out right now because you lost your virtue. Like you lost your virtue. And one thing a man cling on to the most is his woman being pure. It's her purity, her being pure and virtuous. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women like, oh, I'm in my early 20s, in my early 30s. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna be as promiscuous as possible, right? And when you hit 30s going into 40s, like, okay, cool. Now I want to settle down and marry. When after many other men and had the best version of you, and now I have the version like you ain't as fun and orchestrated as you was when you was in your past, and now you're plain Jane or plain whoever, and then you also come up with a lot of baggage from your past relationships, your past. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody might have put hands on you, somebody might have mistreated you, somebody. You know what I'm saying? All these trauma you're bringing out to my this new relationship. And truth be told, I'm looking for peace. I'm looking for prosperity. I'm looking for engagement with my partner. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women, they're a lot more hard to deal with than you know what I'm saying? That when you was fresh, started dating fresh in your 20s, in your teens, in your 20s, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, and nowadays a lot of women, they have this chip on their shoulder that, oh, they could do what men, you can do what a man can do. But when the end of the day, when it's time to get married, the man's like, yo, I'm just gonna date you for 20 years and I'm not gonna marry you, I'm not gonna take you serious. And you're like, why can't I find a man? And you can say like, "Oh, I can do what he did. He did this, and y'all acceptable." That's society. I didn't made the rules. That's society. Men look for virtue. We look for purity, and towards who we married, who we deem us to be mothers of our children, and so forth. We look for. That's what we look for. You know what I'm saying? You can sit and tell me, "Oh, I can do what a man." You can, and you're gonna do what a man do. And when men find out that just who you were, they're gonna look past you. Of course, you might be fun, have a good time, or to live with, or whatever the case may be. But that's gonna be it. Until a woman, like I'm saying, a woman got to change their mentality. Society have to change their mentality. They're forcing our daughters, our sisters to go there and live their best life, hot girl summer and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? And I just like that. I just like that. That you losing, like you wasting. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gaining bad habits from a lot of relationship you was in. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna go into another man broken and battered. No, this one did me that, and that one did me that. And men do it too. But at the end of the day, once you accept that man to be your boyfriend with the purpose of dating, of dating with a purpose, then I'm going to get married. You accept him to be your leader. You accept him, not saying the leader as you gotta submit, but you submit to him that this man have my best interest. This man want the best of me. I put the keys in this man's hand so he can lead me to where we need to go. And if he do get sidetracked, I can sit you like, yo, honey, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, or whatever else the case may be. Like, yeah, I don't. I feel like, yeah, that impacted a lot of women that are supposed to be married now because rather than uh, rather than focus on bettering themselves, because you said again, a lot of women aren't being taught or molded on how to be wives in the future. You know what I'm saying? They're taught to expect X, Y, and Z from a man. You know what I'm saying? That they ain't got educated in the department on that realm. I feel like we need to force us the black community and so forth. We got to implement that in our community.
I have
You
a
know?
question for you.
Go ahead.
Okay, now, so now that we've discussed about women and how we, and how, we looking for virtue in a woman. What type of virtue should a man look? Well, let me relate it to more of a masculine approach.
Yeah,
What type of leadership qualities should a woman look for in a man?
leadership quality. She need a
Or what kind,
man.
what I mean, what kind of qualities should a woman look for in a man? From a masculine side of things. And then
She
I'm a,
should look.
and then I'm going to rebuttal, but not. I'll rebuttal off your topics.
Mhm. What should
Yeah.
she look for in a man? She should look for somebody that's able to protect her. A person that's going to inspire her, that's going to inspire and make her the best version of herself. Because that's what it is. Woman mold men just as well as a man will mold a woman. You're going to try your level best to mold that man to become who you want him to be. And the same thing is we going to try to do the exact same thing to our woman. You know what I'm saying? To get the best version of, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody is different. How I am is going to be different how Holy is, and how Holy is going to be different on how Squid is. You know what I'm saying? We're just different on the whole. I'm going to mold her to be my best, however you want to look at it, how whatever type of semantics you want to use or wordplay. I'm going to try to mold my perfect partner that's going to be my forever. That's just what it is. Like you, I grab shoes, I'm gonna break in my shoes to how I want my shoes to fit. My comfort, my comfortability in my shoes and so forth. This is how life is. My seats, I'm gonna get my seats. You know what I'm saying? It's to mold it to be my best version of how I'm most comfortable and what's gonna get me my best effort. Go ahead again, brother. Say the say the
So are you,
question.
so are you saying
A woman
that?
that's teachable, a woman that's very teachable.
But wait. But are you saying that a man can be molded just as a woman can be molded? And you made a comparison about shoes.
Yeah. And you saying no, I'm saying the shoes in
Go
terms of
ahead. Go ahead.
comfortability.
I
Comfortability, brother, comfortability.
Okay. Okay.
Molded a woman would mold a man all the time. All the time. She do it like
is that
psychological.
is that probable? Is that, well? What's the
Yes,
word? Is that
yes.
plausible? Is
It
it?
is
Is it?
is probable and possible, brother. And it happens very frequent. Very frequent. Like a lot of women implementing, man, oh baby, when you go wherever you go, I want you to check in with me. I can call that molding too. I can call that conditioning. I need you to check in me. I want to make sure you're safe. When you're coming back home, I want you to come back home at a decent time when you go to work, whatever. Not necessarily. Some men don't want to do it, but most men
I
they
think.
grow into it.
I think I just found our next topic.
Gotcha. Good. You working? You working, brother?
Yeah,
You
man. Come on.
working?
Get to the
Yeah,
speak,
but
brother. Come on.
yeah, it's moldable, brother. To your best version, the best version how you want it. Like I want my woman to be like, I want her like to know me. You know what I'm saying? You like know me, my ins and outs, and actually build and grow with me. And I want to do the same. I want to know her ins and outs too, so I can build and grow with her as well. You know?
Okay. Okay. So let me expound upon that. Okay. So basically, what I'm seeing here is from me getting what you was talking about
Yes, sir.
virtue in a woman, and you was talking about how men look for purity and
Mm-hmm.
mothers for our children. That is the deepest statement. Mothers
Mm-hmm.
for our children.
Yeah.
Um, deep down, I believe we do, want purity, as a mother for our children, and see, that's what I look for as well. But my thing is, could a whore become pure? You know what I'm saying? Could a whore become pure? Like, or are we looking at, like, her reputation is effed up? So now we have to leave her alone because her reputation is now tainted, and that could embarrass us, and people ain't gonna take us serious. Is that what it is? Serious question.
I believe that she can be reformed. She can be reformed. But I feel like a lot of brothers, once they find out her background, they will be hesitant on taking on that challenge. They will use her for her works, her body of works. She would definitely be
Mm.
utilized for a body of work. But I don't feel like a lot of
And that's
men. That's like a
and
woman.
isn't
A woman want already a lot of our woman in our community. She want a ready-made man. She don't want to put in the time and effort. Not everybody. She want to put a time and effort to build him. She ready. She
yeah.
rather him
Is
come
that
made already.
and I don't mean to cut you off. Is that slight hypocrisy if a man if he has created whores, knowing he has ran through women, knowing
Mhm.
he has done certain things. This goes for me too, brother. This ain't I ain't
Mhm.
just talking to, I'm talking to every man here and any man that sees this video.
Mhm.
Is that hypocrisy on our end for us to want a pure woman, a loving
Mhm.
woman, and to be a mother for our child, but have also dealt with women that are extremely promiscuous,
That
and that
is
even help to further their promiscuity.
Mhm.
I mean, is that hypocrisy on our end?
At its fullest. At its fullest. Definitely at its
So how do
fullest.
we how do we get past that? Like what like do we get? I mean, do we help these women change? Do we do we captain saver whatever whatever? I mean, what do we do? Like, do we educate them? I mean, like he was talking about, like, do we? I mean, what is it that Well, we was talking about it, and then he expounded upon it. So,
Mhm.
do we kind of teach them the way and say this is not the way? This is You shouldn't be opening your legs to every man that you come across. And
Yes.
now you need to do your best to rebuild your reputation, even if you got
Mhm.
to change your name. But I don't
Mhm.
know if you can change your face. But to build your reputation back up the best way you can. And because it's very hard for me to look at a woman who's promiscuous and say, oh, this woman can't change, this woman can't become a mother, because a lot of promiscuous women are already mothers, you know
Mhm.
and and so and uh that kind of makes me feel a little sensitive about that, and I don't want to seem have an emasculine form of fashion, or
Mhm.
not be like, but because we do need to find women that are going to be profitable mothers for our children, to raise
Mhm.
them and to nurture and care for them the way they need to be. So,
Mhm.
hey man, that's all I got tonight, man.
Yeah. Let me just break that
Go
down a little
ahead.
bit. Let me just break that down a little bit.
Go,
I
go
know
ahead.
it's a lot of men that add towards a lot of these women being promiscuous, and that could go in regards to being prostitution. That could also fall under the realm of prostitution. That force
Yeah.
or let her or a mean of living, a way to live. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah.
quick money, quick bank. I mean, quick buck, whatever. Um, Yes, we as in men, we create these individuals. But the sad
We
thing
do.
about it is like just like how the government implemented projects and so forth, and they will not set foot in those in those places. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yes, we
Mm,
definitely need
that's a bar. That's the
to
bar. Wait a minute. Hold on. You got to repeat that. Hold on. Wait a minute. That's a bar. The government created Go ahead, keep talking. I got it. You go keep talking. Keep
Mhm.
keep going with your
Yeah.
point. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yeah, they don't want to. Yeah, we created them monsters, but we don't want to live with them. You know what I'm saying? We don't necessarily want
Dang.
to live with them. And that's how it is. And some men will be Captain Save whoever. You know what I'm saying, and do so. But for the most part,
Like I have the demeanor of being a captain saver, what you call. I do have a demeanor like that. I ain't gonna lie. Um,
mm,
I don't want to be that way, but I have that demeanor on me because I kind of feel sorry for those women in a way, because I see, but you can't. I've dealt with women like that, and I noticed something. You really can't save them.
hmm
You really can't. All the guys that they've been with, that really becomes attached to their psyche as women. It becomes attached to their psyche. So they really have to save themselves. They have to read, they have to meditate.
that bar, that's a bar, brother. Can't
Yeah,
save
yeah, yeah,
nobody that
yeah.
don't want to be saved,
Yeah.
brother.
They have to save themselves, because I realize that now, because I try to I try to you know, they're so overly sexualized that they don't want the relationship to be based off sex. So they try to hold sex from you based off of all the over sexualization they've been through. True story for me.
Mm.
Okay, and that's what it has been. It's been the problem, and not all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Do you
I ain't
feel like
every.
that's guilt? Do you feel like that's guilt for them holding
It
back?
could
Do you
be
feel like that's guilt?
it could be slight guilt. It could be
Hmm
slight guilt. It could be slight guilt. What do y'all think about what I wrote before? What is your reflection about what? What'd you write?
About the movie. About the movie.
Oh, true, brother. It's about the movie. Expound on what you're saying.
I do believe he said, "True brother." It's like a new movie, the movie Sinners. Do you see how sexualized that movie was? But it was a great movie. Um,
Shit, I don't know. You gotta
um.
watch. You shouldn't talk about the movie. You should watch. You gotta go. You gotta go watch it. You gotta go watch it.
Okay, Squid. Tell us what
Alien.
you tell us what you over there.
Over there. What?
Over where?
What
Joseph
is your?
side is
What do you think
true,
about what I wrote before? What is your
and our
reflection?
kids don't do what we do, not what we say. Are you talking about that? Or repeat it. Repeat it again, please, Squid.
Yeah, repeat it. Yeah,
Because
please
we
repeat it.
want to tackle all our questions.
Yeah,
All our questions.
we gonna and then we
I
gonna
want
get
you
up
to
out of
feel
here.
slighted. Yeah, yeah. We trying to do a 30-minute live, Squid. I want to tell you, we gonna do this through the weekday at least 2, 3 times a week. Definitely
We ain't got
sliding.
we not gonna tell people. We just we ain't gonna tell people we gonna do. We just gonna do it because we don't really know. You know what I'm saying?
Pop
It
up,
could be
yeah.
a emergency could come up, whatever. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, Squid, let me know because we about to get up out of here. What's
Hmm.
going on? Repeat the
We
question
gonna.
for me.
He probably writing it now.
Okay, cool. But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, we gonna wait for him. Other than that,
Hmm.
okay, government created the projects but don't want to live there.
Yeah.
I
Don't
got
wanna. Don't wanna
hey, these are
set
the
foot
notes.
up
These
in
are the
there.
notes I got from you. And you know why I wrote it down because when you listening to people, you get extra topics, and then this is
Hmm.
our next topic. Should men be molded by women? That topic came from you.
No, yeah, no, yeah, because I said it go hand in hand. Otherwise, that would make me a big
No, but
hypocrite.
to, but which
That would
but
make
we got but you got
that
to
would make
create
me a big
shock
hypocrite.
value. You got to create shock value for the title.
Yes, yes.
You
No,
can
I'm just
expound
saying
upon that.
yes, but
Oh,
I'm
and then and then
explaining.
and then and then and then part two can be should women be molded by men? That's gonna even be more shock, especially all them independent women.
I do feel like a woman would probably feel like she can mold a man because again they do. Oh, honey, please.
They don't mold you. A woman can't mold a man. That goes against nature.
Mm,
If a woman is molding a man, that means she has a rod and she's sticking it in him. Okay,
okay,
that's what that is.
okay.
I'm gonna tell you how I know this. I'm gonna tell you how I know this. Because when we go into a woman, even if I kid you not, even if she ain't been with a man for a little bit or whatever, it's gonna mold to us. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's gonna mold
Hmm.
to us. And if she go deal with somebody else,
Hmm.
you gonna feel that person's mold. That's a
Hmm.
fact. You know I'm
Yes.
telling the truth.
Yes, but I want to tell you that in terms of like kind of coercing you into what she likes, what she desires, like things that you do. Oh, honey, can you go and get me some flowers? Oh, honey, can you take my card and get some gas? Not in terms of that type of molding, brother. I'm talking about in terms of making you how perfect fit. You know what I'm saying? Implement. Squid, we still waiting on you to.
No,
I
no,
know
no.
you said.
We'll check in with him. We'll check in with him later.
Oh no,
If
no, no. He
he
said. What do y'all think about what I wrote before? Oh, the reflection. What is your reflection? Yeah, I thought you wrote something else. Come on, Squid, you got to say it. Tell us again.
What do y'all think
Um,
about what I wrote before? What is your reflection?
I think that's yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. Nature get head, nurture eat that vagina. I don't know. Shit. I don't know. But he subscribes. He gonna see us when we come through.
Yeah, yeah. Family Squid. You know what I'm saying? You got like 30 more seconds here. If you're writing, you better make it fast. Send half of it and do the rest. You got like 30 seconds, Squid. Yeah. Nah, brother. We tackled what we supposed to tackle. We did our 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I'm
It
about
was
to go.
fun.
Yeah. So got to get everything going.
Of
Unfortunately,
course.
six sells and God is
He's
getting pushed away. That's why people lack connection with their soul. Unfortunately, six sells.
six. He's being PG. When you say six, he's being PG. He's being
Oh,
PG.
sex sales.
Yes.
I
He's
should maybe
being
I should have
PG.
said maybe I should have said PG-13.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, sex sells and God is getting pushed. Good. That's why people lack connection with their soul. It's easy to date a body rather than a soul. Dang.
Mm,
Bars.
mm, mm.
Bars.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you wrote that
Okay.
earlier though? I didn't see when you wrote
No,
that.
no, no,
Yo,
no,
that's a
he was talking about that earlier with the whole over sexualized thing. I think
got you.
unfortunately, yeah, he was talking about with the movie, like you was right with the movie. Sex sells and people lack connection with their soul. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to date a body rather than a soul. Like and he's right because I'm gonna be real. I feel like the right soul though, the right soul is easy to date. The right soul, like because I've met some women with great souls, and I wanted to after I got acquainted with their soul, I wanted to get acquainted with the body. Let's close. Let's close. Let's close. Let's
And I
close.
wanted to say, and I wanted to also piggyback on what he just said just now.
We gotta
Um,
close, brother. We gotta
I
close.
I
Go ahead.
got
Go
you. I
ahead. Go
got.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Give
ahead.
me
Go
a
ahead.
minute. Give me a minute.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I feel like a lot of people are walking around with no soul, are soulless because they sold to be in with the in crowds. They're following what everybody else is doing. They're soulless. Don't have no head on their shoulder. They're following what the next person is doing and the next person because everybody is practically in a circle doing what everybody else is doing. There's nobody stepping out of the box. Um, uh, what he said again, connection out of the soul, and then people have to give the tap in. They have to tap in into that to that lifeline. That lifeline being the Creator, the Most High, God. They have to tap in and get back with it because everybody is doing what everybody else is doing. Ain't nobody, and ain't no individualism. It's just everybody following the next person like a what you call them, the conveyor belt, would be like making the same equipment, like the little belt thing that you put on
Yeah, that's it.
assembly line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
assembly line. Yeah, the conveyor belt, the assembly line. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's what everybody doing with the next one doing. You know what I'm saying? We have
yeah.
a lot of these stupid individuals.
Sex has become manufactured.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, yes. But I
Okay.
appreciate y'all family. This is Brother Leo,
Yeah.
Brother Conscious. This is our holy water with a side of green tea. We out family.
Okay.
Peace, blessings. Tune in.
Got you. I truly got a lot from your live and can't wait for the next. No doubt, man. We'll be here, bro. We'll be here. All right.
We definitely will. Peace and blessings, family.
Peace. Peace.
Peace.